Hey everyone, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to episode 47 of the Rogue Scholars
Where we
podcast.
first try
We're gonna
everything
be
just like the bosses. Easy.
right, absolutely. We're gonna be talking about 2022 and what's coming up in 2023. So with me, I've got
It's me, Mega Kirby. Sorry, I was drinking water.
I know. I was like, he's taking a big mouth, and it's me, Trillian Spears.
I,
Well, I don't
I
stream.
waited
I
until
don't
he was
stream. I have to
drinking.
say that I don't stream.
And I stream.
That's like
He
part of
stream
my
doesn't
all the
thing.
time, and I land on the Sun Station.
He does land on the Sun Station.
So we're going to be talking about games we've played in 2022, games we want to play in 2023, and games we're going to be giving each other for 2023.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Hope you all are ready to go here. I think it's probably best to start out with Mega Kirby telling us what he
these are
played in
all games. It's your
2022.
first time ever seeing them, so let's be.
Yeah, yeah. So I have these up already. So for those of you who are just tuning into the VOD, we tried recording this. We started, and we realized that the audio wasn't coming through. So some stuff is just gonna be the way it is. So we have Mega Kirby's lists up here. It's 80 games worth, right? You played 80 games
That's
this
right.
year.
It was a good time.
God.
So if anyone has questions, you can say which games you want to hear about. I'm just gonna name the top five, and then I'm gonna name the bottom couple, and then I'll name the ones I did as part of my personal challenge. So anyway, the top game, to no one's surprise, is Elden Ring. It's phenomenal. I can't say as much about it as I want to because someone here's a slacker, and that's okay. Some people are just slower
You're
at
just
games than
copying.
others.
You're just copying the Games Awards thing. You didn't even like it. It
I do. Okay, yeah, you're
wasn't
right.
even your
Fuck
game of
Elden
the
Ring.
year. You're just copying it.
I don't even like Elden Ring. Very, very good stuff. Disco Elysium is a narrative-based story game where you sort of walk around. There's a detective mystery. I loved it. It's some of the best writing some of the best writing I've seen in games, and I really love the voice acting. Death Stranding, thought I wouldn't like it, but I loved it. And you sort of just walk around, deliver packages and shit, but it has a fun way of making the challenge of figuring out how to traverse the world very fun. So that was a good time. Lost Judgment is a spin-off of the Yakuza series, which is just an open-world action game with a bunch of ridiculous storylines. So the main story is generally pretty serious, but all the side missions and side stuff like that is just dumb and ridiculous. Like I won't say anything in case you play it, but it doesn't take itself seriously in the side missions, only in the main missions. But it's a good time. And for number five, I will give it to Amori, which takes a lot of inspiration from Earthbound. It's a sort of psychological horror JRPG, but it's a very fun game with a good soundtrack. There weren't too many shitty games this year. I would say the two I didn't like the most were The Trench, and not because it scared me, but because there wasn't much to it. It was like 38 minutes or something. It was a very short indie game, and that's fine. And then Rayman 3, which I'll touch on more in a second, it just wasn't as good as I remember it being when I was a kid. So my personal challenge, which was boring and I didn't like it, but I only did it because I couldn't let Trell be right about me not doing it. Was to play 12 games I played as a kid, whether I beat them or not, to see if I still like them and to appreciate them more now that I understand how to play games more. So first was Ape Escape.
I like that challenge. It's
It
pretty
was
cool.
fun. Well, no, it wasn't. It was unique, but it wasn't. It felt
Yeah.
like a slog a lot of the time because, like, most of these games I didn't like as much as I did when I was a kid. So Ape Escape was one of the few I did like as much as when I was a kid. It was a fun time. You catch monkeys, apes, sorry, and it was good. Bomberman Hero, it was fine. It's quite tedious to 100% that game, which is what I was trying to do. And as a kid, it was really good because I never did that. But trying to do it as an adult now was eh. Fatal Frame 2 was fine. Not very spooky. The ghosts are super slow. It's hard to take damage, so I didn't enjoy that as much as I thought I would. Because as a kid, it was scary, but now it's not. Mischief Makers was about what I thought it would be when I was a kid, which is just this unique sort of platformer where you go around shaking things and it makes them change form. It's hard to really get into it. Nights into Dreams is a weird game made by Sega where you're like this flying jester who like flies through rings to get points, sort of like a score attack game. I didn't understand it as a kid. I still don't understand it. And that was about it. Paper Mario 1 for the N64 and the Thousand Year Door, I liked as much, if not slightly more, than I was a kid. A lot of that's probably nostalgia, but they're both very fun RPGs, and I enjoyed them. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. As a kid, it was too much reading. As an adult, it's still
Objection.
yes.
No,
Oh, you said
I'm just
objection. So I
quoting
think
it.
it's a question. Yeah, objection. When you're in court, which is about half the game, it's very fun when you're trying to break apart the opponent's arguments. But the other part of that is where you have to just click around on random bullshit on the screen to investigate. And I'm a lawyer, not a detective, so I don't know why that's my job. And that part of the game is tedious, and that was kind of lame. But the rest of it was fine. Rayman 3, I just didn't like it very much. as a kid. I did. Space Station Silicon Valley is an interesting puzzle game, adventure puzzle game on the N64, where you're a computer chip and you jump into different animals with different abilities to try and beat the level and sort of explore it. That was a lot of fun. And then I replayed Mario Sunshine, and that was about as fun as I remember it being. So I did do my challenge. I didn't like it all that much because I've had to play a lot of games I otherwise didn't really want to play, but it's done. And that was my year.
Some of the ones.
I remember
Hmm?
Rayman being really fun. when I
Rayman
was a
1
kid,
and 2
but
were fun. The last time I played them like 4 years ago. Rayman 3, I don't know, just felt like a slog. Probably because there were other games
Hmm.
I wanted to play more at the time of the year I was playing it.
I was about to say, I was about to say the exact same thing. I was like, Rayman 3, or any Rayman game I've never heard described as bad. Maybe you were at the point where you're just trying to get through your.
I just wanted, it just felt like I
challenge.
didn't. Oh yeah, I'd rather just do other things, and
Yeah.
I couldn't do other things because Rayman was like, "No, you gotta play me, buddy." And I was like, "All right."
The Nights into Dreams one, I just looked up. What is that?
You just zip zoop around.
Yeah, that does not
Zip
look
zoop.
good.
I don't know how you get better points. I don't know how. So like, I got the regular ending, but then there's like a true ending where you have to get like a C or better on all the levels, like with your grade. I could not figure out how to get enough points. I didn't know what
Oh,
to do, so
man.
I didn't get the true ending. I beat the game, but not the true ending that I wanted because I couldn't figure out getting enough points. I couldn't figure out any way to cheat to get enough points, so I'm like, fuck this game.
Death Stranding. I've heard mixed reviews, so I'm glad that you liked it. What other ones do I want to mention on your thing? Catherine, what dude? That WTF on that game?
That game is actually very good. I think I gave it like an
Is it?
8.5. I really liked it. Where's Catherine at in here? Where's
Oh my-
Catherine? Yeah, 8. Okay, even 8. It was a super fun, unique puzzle game, and if you like puzzle games, like not obviously like Portal style puzzle, but more like Tetris style puzzles, not really Tetris, but like quick thinking puzzle games, I think it's very fun, and I'd recommend it. It was super good.
That sounds wild. You did have Thymesia on there. That's cool.
That game was good. It's
Yeah, that's
short.
a Souls
Yeah, it
game,
is. I'd like. It's sort of like it's better than more. Well, okay, I didn't play Mortal Shell, but I had more fun with it than I think I would have playing Mortal Shell. I'd like to see them do more in the future. It wasn't amazing. It was fine. I gave it a 7.
Hellpie.
so it's worth waiting for a mega sale.
Yeah, if you can see for
for that
15 or
one.
less, it's definitely worth it. Hellpie, Charlie, you would like that. It is a platform like a 3D collectathon, so think Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, but with a Conker's Bad Fur Day sort of, it's more mature where you're trying to make a pie for the devil's birthday, and it's just very grotesque, crude sense of humor, and pretty fun platforming. You'd like it for sure.
I remember seeing that when it was announced, and I forgot
liked it a
completely
lot.
about it until you just mentioned it on your list. I was like, oh yeah, that game.
Yeah, that game was
Sounds good.
good.
I see that you have a couple Zero Escapes in there. Is that like an escape
It-
room
uh,
game?
Well, yes and no. There's 3 of them on there, or there should be at least. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a trilogy. So, yeah, so in the first game, they all connect, of course. You're like captured on this ship, and you have to escape for some reasons. And yeah, so it's pretty much, yeah, I guess you do try to escape a room, and then you have to make some choices, and then you have to escape another room. So I guess, yeah, I said it wasn't like an escape room game because it doesn't feel similar to an escape room like The Room, like that series, or The Doors Paradox. But yeah, it's sort of like an escape room game with a pretty fun story. The first was my favorite. Actually, in the order I played them, they started the best and they got slightly worse, but they're all worth playing, I think. They're all fun.
So, of the Halo games that you played this year with me, that was at the beginning of the year, last year, or this.
Are we just talking about 3 and
beginning of
4?
2022. Yeah. Did you like them any better than the Halo games we played in
I
the
like
past?
3 the most, but that's also probably because I had nostalgia for it, and there are things I actually remember when I played it back in like sophomore year of high school.
And then 4, we probably like
God,
the least,
4,
right?
yeah. 4 was, yeah. I'm hoping for better things from Infinite.
Yeah. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Kirby and I have been playing through the Halo series, starting back in, what was that, 2019 when I challenged you to do the first game?
I
And
was
then we...
2020, but maybe not.
Maybe it was
Let me- I have to
2020.
look.
Whatever year that was. But after that,
2020. Anyway.
we played Halo 2, 3, ODST, and 4 together, and we're going to be doing Halo Infinite next year as one of the games.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be fun. And what's going to be unique about that one is everything that we've done so far, I've played plenty of times before, and Kirby hasn't. This one we're both going to be blind, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Is
that's gonna be, huh? Go ahead.
Is there a coffee theme or something, a song in Ace Attorney?
Is there a coffee theme? Not that I
Dark
know
flavored
of.
coffee song is great in Ace Attorney.
Wait, what was that?
I was just reading.
So Kabito said the dark flavored coffee song is great in Ace Attorney.
Okay, hold on. I don't know what the hell the coffee song is.
I wasn't sure if that was like referring to like another kind of theme, like what's that one in Deadly Premonition when you get all that coffee theme?
Okay, this is from. So I played the first Ace Attorney, and I don't think that this song was in the first one. I think it's in one of the second or third ones. So I did not hear this song before, but now I'm listening to it. It's not a bad song though.
What is the Deadpool game you played?
Paul wanted to play that. You know, Paul, your best friend. Anyway,
yeah.
yeah, my boy Paul. So he's like, Q, you gotta try this Deadpool game. So I was like, all right. So it's from like the Xbox 360 area. So one of the times I went back to Michigan, um, he found it at some store, and then being this whole thing because it was like removed from digital storefronts. So then he found his old 360, but didn't have the power adapter. So we had to go to the store, some retro games for to buy a power adapter. Anyway, we played Deadpool. We played it all in one sitting. It was 7 hours. After like hour 3 or 4,
My
I was
God.
dying. I was like, I don't want to, because I was only there for one day. With at least with Paul, I was like, oh my god, and it took forever. And it would have been better if I didn't one shot it like that. So it was kind of jaded because I was just sick of it. But
Yeah.
I mean, you play as Deadpool. He's got his little witty quips, and you kill people and eat chimichangas. It was fine.
You kill people in each of
I wouldn't recommend you play it unless you love Deadpool. But
I mean, like any 360 era game for 7 hours, you're gonna be hating life probably
I
after a
was
while.
I was like, dude, please end, and then it wouldn't end, and then I was getting so tilted at the end. Whenever I would die, I would be pissed because you lose like 10 minutes of progress. I was like, oh my god,
Oh
I can't.
no.
Yeah, it was rough.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider is something I've been wanting to play, and we'll probably be playing next year. How was it?
It was good. If you like Tomb Raider,
Without
Rise of the Tomb Raider,
spoilers.
you're gonna like this one. I think the skill tree is a bit more expansive. Obviously, the graphics are better, and the world is cool. It's more of the
Nice.
same. So if you like
Yeah.
those, you'll like this.
Cool.
What did I give it? I gave it a 7.5.
Any-
Anyway, what was that?
Any games that you played that you were surprised that you liked, and or were surprised that you didn't?
Okay,
like?
Death Stranding and Disco
Aside from the ones
Elysium.
that
I
you've
thought
talked
that
about.
they'd be cool, but I like them significantly more than I thought I would. Besides that, let's go through the list real quick. I guess actually The Last of Us Part 1 I liked more than I thought I would as well, because when I played it when it first came out on the PS3, when Paul tried to get me to play it, I did not like it. I couldn't care. I played it for like 2 hours. I was like, this game is boring as shit. But playing it again, I very much enjoyed it because I have a greater appreciation, at least for story and games, than I used to. So now I liked it quite a bit. Beyond that, the year was pretty standard in terms of besides those 3 games, I liked everything about as much. No, I lied. There's one more game, Prey, Prey. I also played that game back in like 2016 or 17. Didn't like it. Couldn't get into it. And I played it again this year, and it was trying to get in the top 5. It lost just slightly. It's probably in like 6 or 7, so it's in the top 10. But I like the game a lot more than I thought I would. Beyond that, pretty much every game, like the 6 or 7 games I mentioned for my personal challenge, I thought I would like more, and I just didn't because as a kid I had big nostalgia glasses on. And Dying Light 2 as well. I remember liking Dying Light 1 a lot, so Dying Light 2 was a bit disappointing. A lot of that was bugs, but nonetheless, no, nothing that stands out too much. Okay.
Cool.
The Prey, I've heard mixed reviews on, so it's good to hear that it's.
I really liked it.
Yeah, it's good to hear that isn't that a Bethesda game? I think so.
Yeah, it's the people who made Dishonored. So I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
think, let me look. I could be a liar. Let's see. Who are you, Prey?
But it's good to hear that you.
So
actually
Bethesda's
liked
a publisher, but then Arcane are the devs, and so they did Dishonored and Deathloop and all that stuff.
Okay.
So that's what it was.
I was like, I swear their name was always associated with it, or I see it
is,
like
yeah.
on Bethesda sales or something like that. But I'm glad to hear that it was actually not bad. 'cause
I really liked it.
that's something that when it first came out, I was like, ooh, but then I heard all these reviews and it kind of like dropped off my radar. I was like,
Yep.
maybe I'll get to it, and then I just forgot about it. But
You have
that's
so
good to
much
hear.
freedom in how you approach things. I don't know. I thought it was a very, very good game.
Yeah, well, not bad. And then what was another one you just mentioned that you hated? Elden Ring. Yeah, that one surprises me.
This is garbage, honestly.
Hold on, let me like look at your list again real quick, because I think. Oh, is it? Oh, it's off the radar now.
Do you want to relink it? Do you want to send it to you? I don't know if you.
Yeah, go ahead and send it to me.
Okay, hold up.
I'm about to get a huge list of spam here.
You are. Let's see. Oh, here it goes. Discord, please. There we go.
Oh my god. How was the Forgotten Lands?
Kirby. Oh, very good game. There's an actual hard mode, which makes it as probably like easy normal instead of actual hard mode. So as typical with Kirby games, first of all, I think for their first attempt in the true 3D, it was a very good attempt. The game won't blow anyone out of the water, but it's good and you won't regret paying 50 or so for it. To beat the game is easy, as is always true with Kirby games. To 100% it, there's a moderate challenge near the end, specifically because there's some bosses that you have to beat without getting hit if you want to get like some like check mark for like completing the level or whatever. So I thought it was a really good time. If you have you know, younger kids you want to play it with, the co-op mode is a great time too, and they're gonna absolutely enjoy it, especially because they can't die or lose. They can just always come back. So it's a very easy game to play essentially. But no, I thought it was definitely good. Kabita, you asked what game should we play first, Kirby or Tropical Freeze? I mean, it depends. If you like to save the best for last, play Kirby first because Tropical Freeze is definitely the better game. But if you want to if you want to get to the better thing first, then play Tropical Freeze first. But I guess that's what I would say. But no, Forgotten Lands was great.
Don't let Forgotten Lands be the Rayman 3. If you want to play a game, play the game, right? Like, don't make yourself have to go through a hurdle to get to it.
Yeah, so, yeah, agreed. But Tropical Freeze, when I played it, I don't know, 2 years ago, I think I gave it like an 8.5. Forgotten Lands, I don't know where it is. I think it's probably got like a 7.5. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Yes, it did.
Tropical Freeze, yeah. I've started it. I never got to finish it. I've got to finish that game. So you played what, 5 of those games on stream? The Halos,
House of Ashes, and then the Trench, and then I don't even remember what the fuck the other game was.
2 months,
2 months,
which we'll get to.
Hold on, no. I'm not done talking about.
We're gonna talk about that now.
2 months.
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What was the last boss's name? Start with an S. Hold on.
I don't even.
Guy. I can't remember his Sebastian. I think it was that. Let's just say it was. Oh my fucking god. Dude,
man, that was so fun to watch you play that game.
Let me give it praise words because it wasn't a bad game. I think I gave it like a 7.5 as well. So it had some cool mechanics. I like the copy mechanic, not for the means, but because unlike Estus, where you hold it and you're locked out of doing things for like a second and a half and you heal a bunch, you hold the button while you're holding it, you heal and it drains your coffee pot or whatever, and then you're healing the whole time. But you can start and stop whenever you want, and that was cool. Leveling up was very cool because you collect these little Tetris blocks, Tetraminos, I can't remember what the fuck they're called, and you gotta sort of figure out how to slot it, and there's an actual skill in maximizing your Tetris gameplay area to maximize how much stats or buffs you can fit in there. So that was very fun. The music was kind of cool. The levels were interesting. It had the typical troll bullshit. The first 3 bosses were like dummy easy, like first or second try. Then there was this fucking mage boss who teleports around the room and there's holes in the floor where you fall in the spikes and you just die. And sometimes when you're swinging, your guy swings with like 150% of his body where it's like, ugh, and he throws himself in the fucking spike pit. And then there's fucking Sebastian, who literally more or less just might as well one-shot you. And because if you get hit, you don't get a chance to heal because he just doesn't stop attacking ever. And then you kill him, and of course he gets up and he drinks his fucking coffee, his second phase. And I don't know what the fuck is up with the timing on his attacks, but you have literally like 2 frames. So if you get hit, you can get hit once like the whole fight. When I won, I think I ended up doing it hitless, and it felt very good. But fuck Sebastian. Anyway, yeah.
So he was like he was your hardest boss of 2022.
No joke. He's harder than everyone but one boss in Elden Ring.
Oh my god.
He is harder than every boss but one.
I know exactly which boss you're talking about.
There was one boss in Elden Ring who took me more time, but other than that, he is the hardest boss. It's fucking stupid.
I can't wait to whoop up on these bosses in Elden Ring. I'll get there in 2024. It'll be so great.
God.
I do have like 3 more games I just want to ask you about real quick.
Yeah, do it.
On your list. Forza? Really? You played a racing game?
I did, because here's the thing. Everyone's like, bro, you don't even have to like cars to like Forza. Unlike Gran Turismo, where you have to really care about cars, Forza, you don't have to care about cars. You just race around. It's not too serious. It's more arcadey. I liked it. I thought it had some really good graphics. I thought that it had some goofy levels. They have a Hot Wheels DLC where there's Hot Wheels tracks, and that makes it dumb as fuck, and I like that.
Nice.
I drove a Warthog around, like from Halo and Forza. I wanted to try a racing game. I don't try many of them. I don't regret it. It was a good time.
That's probably out of your list. That's probably my most surprising thing that popped up on there for you.
That's actually fair. I should have said that when Wamba asked if games surprised me. Yeah, Forza Horizon 5 surprised me. It was a good arcadey racing game. It doesn't take itself too seriously. So
Because I know that Forza games usually pride themselves on being super hyper realistic. So
the Forza games do, but the Forza Horizon games, which is actually a spin-off of Forza, do not.
Okay.
So
See, and that's probably ones that I would be more interested in. I'm not into like the super realistic, like all about when to shift and like I would want something that's goofy, and that sounds right up my alley.
better. So if you're gonna play a racing game, I would play that. And if you want extra goofy, get the Hot Wheels DLC because it's just Hot Wheels. But then there's also the Hot Wheels racing game you can play separately. But anyway, yeah, okay, so that's one game.
Yep. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Thoughts on that? Final thoughts.
So I was playing it just before Elden Ring, and I kind of liked it. And then I played Elden Ring, and I fucking hated it because I realized that this open world sucks big wieners. It was boring as fuck. It was uninspired. It was something new, so I still gave it a 7. I didn't hate the game.
Which
Pokemon
game?
Legends Arceus.
Star Soul? Arceus.
The
Right.
world is the most bland open world I've ever seen in my entire life.
It really is, though.
It's fun for like 5 hours. The battles are boring. The animations were slightly better than they've been before. It's something different for Pokemon, so that was cool. It deserves, honestly, I'm about to downgrade it right now to a 6.5. It's getting a real-time downgrade because I'm reflecting on it more.
Oh man,
Originally had it as a 7.
real-time downgrade.
So it's getting downgraded. The open world was just boring as fuck. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I would probably. I enjoy it. It being a different style of Pokemon game, and it tried something different. It was really good. I would agree that like I would like to see where it goes from there. I don't know how much of Scarlet and Violet really takes from that. I know that Scarlet and Violet was plagued by some issues, and ultimately, there's still like the turn-based style stuff, so that still kind of makes my eyes roll. But it was nice like going out open world exploration. However, yes, I would agree that it's very bland in its open world exploration.
Right, there's nothing to do, and the Pokemon are just sitting there fucking rotating on an axis, just like in the distance.
They're kind of waiting for you. It almost like it barely hits all the check marks just to qualify as open world. You're like, oh man, okay. But when you first played it, I was like, man, this is great for a Pokemon game. But then when you go to something like Elden Ring, it really does just taint it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is what an open world should be like. So this game, yeah,
I would totally agree with that one. What was the last one that I was wanting to talk to you about? I think you already mentioned that one. Omori said that it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Which that one I've had my eye on for a while. I think it's on Games Pass for free actually, but
it's a very good game. Combat's good. It's unique. I mean, it has some don't expect to get scared, but it has. I don't know. It's an emotional game. It's very fun.
That one is turn based. Now I'm stealing it.
It is turn based.
Yeah.
So you feel like going into it. But,
yeah.
And there is some humor. I don't know if the humor would carry it for you, but ultimately it's a turn-based JRPG. I don't know if it's really JRPG. I don't know if it's made in Japan, but it's a turn-based RPG. So
right, and that's not. Oh man, I'm actually going to ask you 2 more. The Severed Steel that looks that was free on Epic Games not too long ago. That looks good. However, it also looks like it's got a little bit of Mirror's Edge.
I feel you on that. So imagine
if
Mirror's Edge actually worked well, and then you had some fun guns. I know.
It can work well. I thought everyone liked it because it was broken.
See that I don't know what's up with that. The Mirror's Edge, what a fucking game. So this game, the parkour works as you'd expect it. Sometimes it is a bit weird where you like jump towards a wall and you like jump off of it, but it's not nearly as janky as Mirror's Edge, despite what people will have you believe. The parkour works well. The gunplay is really fun. It's a bit tough because sometimes there's enemies all over the place and you're getting shot from everywhere. But if you're good at your parkour, you just dodge bullets. Thank you, Tequil. So I think it's actually pretty fun. I think I gave it like a 7.5, mostly because it was a bit shorter than I wanted. And you get like this cool gun that can shoot through walls, so there's some fun destruction elements to it. I thought it was a good game. So
It's shorter than you wanted, so you actually it left you wanting more. That's
yeah,
good
let me.
signs. Good
Where
signs.
is it in here? Where is it? Yeah, it was 4 hours. I probably think it could have done maybe another 3 or so, just based on what I
Oh
paid
wow.
for it. But yeah.
And then last one, TMNT, Shredder's
Fuck
Revenge.
yeah.
That one looks like a blast. It looks like something that you like. I think I remember going to like old pizza arcades and pumping
Yep.
quarters into TMNT the games. It looks like a
That
really good
that
time.
would be a fun game to do with like 6
That's
people.
what we did.
Like,
That,
in
I
our
played it with the
group.
Discord squad. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah, yeah, that's what I
in
did
two
too.
sings. It was like a 2 hour sing and 1 hour sing. That was a very fun game. A bit easy with 6 people because you can just keep spamming your super move and everyone's getting blown the
Right.
fuck up. But it was very fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
yeah.
good game.
I just like those like pixely graphics too. It kind of I eat that shit up.
Yeah. All right. So, Kirby, you got anything else to say about your lineup?
No, if other questions come up or if we talk about anything that we had a shared game on, then I'll talk about. But no, that was good. That was good.
Yeah. Awesome job meeting your 80 game quota.
Thank you. That is how I've
Um,
sort of been hanging out. So I think I don't know. It's not like I'm trying to get to 80, but that's where I was last year.
Do you
So
f-
I got this year,
Yeah.
which is-
Do you feel like you beat more games than you bought?
This year, yeah, because this is the first year I finally decided I'm gonna stop being dumb. I'm gonna actually play through my backlog. Like I'm not gonna buy a game just to put it on the backlog. Either I'm buying it when I'm ready to play it, like within a month, or if there's a very good sale, then I'm like, oh, I might as well just get it now because I'm gonna pay this cost eventually
Yeah.
anyway. But because there have been so many times where I buy a game and I've probably wasted like $30 on like 10 different games, so like $300. I buy it and then it goes on sale before I even play it. So I'm like, all right, well, that's not gonna happen
Right.
again.
Ever again.
Yeah.
Until next month.
Until next month. Until
All right, Trell, you ready for your games?
Yeah, you got enough room on the screen for all
big
these? Or?
list, boy. Let's see that big list.
Oh man.
Oh, you played Alien Fire Team. I forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah.
2 of the games on your list, by the way, are not technically beaten. I've put in parentheses the amount you've beaten.
Yeah.
He tried to sneak in 2 others. He tried to put in Elden Ring and Outer Wilds, but I was like, no.
Let me see. Technically, Diablo Immortal's not beaten. I just played it. Let me see that one as well. I'll call myself on it. And then I think everything else is clean. Yep. So it's a really small list. This is probably the worst performance I've done in years on games. It's terrible. Let me go through it. Alien Fire Team Elite I played with Kayla and Z. That was actually surprisingly good. When that came out, I was excited for it, and then I heard mixed reviews, but it actually was pretty fun. What else? I had a lot of horror indie games this year. That could have been my theme, to be honest, and a lot of them.
No, your theme is visual novels, sir.
There was a lot of visual novels too. There was.
So his official theme that he stated last podcast was indie game year.
Yep.
Right.
But what it really was let's find some like hour games and like roll up on them for the spooky season.
Pretty much. Yeah, so it was like I think my challenge was 12 indie games, and I got that at least.
You definitely did.
But oh man, like some of those ones were complete bangers, and I'm so glad I picked that challenge. I would almost want to repeat that challenge, but I think I'll do something different. I think.
Okay.
But I had such fun with it. Like the Buddy Simulator was wild.
That game was very fun. That was probably for me the surprise game that you should like. Oh, what the hell is this? But I really liked that. I thought it was gonna be dumb, but it was good.
Doki Doki Literature Club was
Yes.
absolutely amazing. I would recommend that to anyone. It's a phenomenal game. Cut to the Core had the most extreme gameplay that I've ever seen in any game. It was amazing.
Oh my! This high octane. You're always doing something.
If you don't know, Cut to the Core is basically just reading through a comic while you're playing. What was it? Hacker Simulator. Oh man, that was great. There was also that not from Hackers. What was the other game? Gray Hat.
Great hack. So I can't remember who got that for you. Now I feel bad, but
I know it looks like a really good game, and I do want to go back and play it, but I just don't think I don't think it's going to be something streamable. Two,
Right.
it's very intense with how realistic it can be. trying to get like everything prepared for a hack and stuff like that. So it's I feel like it's gonna be tedious, but I would find it fun. Just like in Hacker Simulator, it was a little bit tedious on that too. I do find that fun just because that's just it. You go in there and you're kind of command lined, typing out everything and stuff like that. So
Right.
it has its shits and giggles for that kind of thing, but it's probably not something streamable after a while. After the
Yep.
means of Hacker Simulator die down. House of Ashes, thank you for playing that with me, Kirby.
Dude, that was
fun.
so fucking fun. Oh
Uh,
my god.
I would have to
Hashtag
say
fuck the curator. Anyway, continue.
hashtag fuck the curator. Absolutely. That one, though, the drawback was the lag things that we have in Kirby trying to kill me.
That's
and screw
true.
up our perfect score. But but no, dude, I always enjoy playing those games with you. It was a fucking blast. And hashtag fuck the curator.
Bitch, yup.
Did anybody die that you didn't want
Fuck,
to?
well,
Oh,
I don't need to know who,
There
but
may
like
have been-
you saved everyone.
who was that?
It wasn't like
What was his name? Hold on.
It wasn't like fucking Ashley and whatchamacallit? What is that game?
oh god, well,
Until Dawn? Is that what you're trying to think
Until
of?
Dawn, yeah.
Until Dawn, yeah. Where once the momentum happened, it was just like everybody kept dying.
Out of our main cast, we balled out. So
Very nice.
Yeah,
GG.
for House of Ashes, we got the curator upset at the end.
he was so mad.
And
Nice.
so that in the end, I think that we didn't kill any of the main characters. We got him upset, and so we're good. I count that as a dub.
Yup.
To be honest.
How did it compare to the other games you've played together?
Man, what's your favorite one so far
Ashes.
of those?
Not Little Hope. I'm not just saying that because we air quotes lost.
Yeah.
Like I'm
right?
honestly not just saying that. So Little Hope's probably in the bottom, and then honestly, hold on, I'll tell you why, just to avoid spoilers. But I'm gonna say House of Ashes for this reason, and
Okay, hold on. Let me get into the DMs here.
yeah, we're in the DMs. So for that reason, House of Ashes was my favorite, and then Man of Disaster, and then Little Hope.
Because of that, what I did? Come on, man.
Man of Disaster, damn.
Well, no, read below because not there. That's not what I'm saying. The last 4 lines that I sent you is why it's my favorite.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was.
I was talking about who died.
Yep, that's true. That's true. I would have to say, man, I'd probably House of Ashes was really good. To be honest, like, was that the 3rd game in their series, right?
That's correct. Because now there's the Devil in Me in
that's
the
the
Dark
4th
Picture.
one.
Yep,
And then they got 4 more coming in the Dark Pictures, right?
that's right. They're taking a little break. That was the end of season 1, which I think is kind of funny. So
Yeah, I know that is kind of funny. So I mean, having played all their games except for, I guess the Devil Within. Oh, and then I guess the Quarry, if you include that in there.
I guess that's more of an Until Dawn. Which I still count it. It's just not part of the Dark Pictures. But yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I there's 2 that are still remaining for me. I would say I still like Until Dawn the best of
Well,
everything.
if that counts, then yes. Same here. I didn't know if
Yeah.
that counted.
But if we're saying Dark Pictures, I would say House of Ashes probably gets it. It was pretty good.
Yep.
Back to my list. If man, some ones that deserve some call outs just because they were absolutely mind blowing.
Yep.
Colonel Sanders, I love you, Colonel Sanders.
Let's go.
It was just a wild ride from start to finish. It was a hilarious visual novel. I would recommend it to anyone. I think it's free.
It was free. Yeah.
It's just something you should pick up if you want a good laugh, man.
Agreed.
Lily's Well was an actual scary game when I was going through and just going off of Steam scary horror games, and some of them were like, this isn't horror. Lily's Well actually was horror, and it was phenomenal. I
very
would recommend
fun.
that to anyone. I won't say anything else. I was gonna go into a little bit of detail, but it's just one game that will have you gripping your keyboard and mouse, and it's a great ride. The other one, Pony Island. Pony Island, mind blowing, awesome humor. Maybe some horror elements in there, but
Sure.
some psychological stuff. But oh man, it was just Pony Island's a great, and the music is out of this world in Pony Island.
Surprisingly good.
Absolute bangers in there. what would be my scariest game of this year? Lily Island could probably get it. Never Ending Nightmares. That one was given to me by Tequila. Thank you so much for that one. That was freaking phenomenal. That might, or Doki Doki could probably get it too, to be honest.
Very
But
good.
Pokemon Legends is what it is. We kind of talked about that one.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And then the two really long titles there: Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, Inside a Bag of Milk, and then Milk
Fuck
Outside a Bag
yeah.
of Milk, Outside a Bag. Those I definitely would recommend to pick up too, just if you're looking for something wild and crazy to browse through. So
How about the games that you haven't finished, but you wanted to put on the list because you've played a lot of
yeah.
them? What are you thinking of those games?
So the games that were given to me from the Secret Santa or the challenge from the previous year. So that one of them's not on there. So the Deadly Premonition is on there, and that was the Secret Santa from Stucky in our Discord. That was it's one of those janky games, but he got me. He knows me. That one is I liked it. It was just broken. It's all, like there's jank and then there's just completely broken, and it was completely broken. But from what I got to play with it, I loved it. It had so many memes in it, and it was completely janky and messed up. But then it just got to the point where it just got like corrupted, and I couldn't even finish it.
Dude, it was so good.
Oh, so I'm gonna have to get like an emulator or something just to at least try to.
When a
get
game
that
runs better on an emulator than like natively, so good.
when they ported it, and you still got to emulate it just that it's jank.
That's crazy.
And then the other one is Outer Wilds, which I'm still currently playing through right now. Actually, that was the last game I streamed. Well, not the last game. I guess we did the Pastor Smash with Kayla.
Yeah.
But that game is phenomenal. Thank you, Wombat, for giving me that one. I'm having fun with it. I thought I was going to be able to actually knock it out quicker than I did. I took a month off with.
I told you. I told you. I was like, you're gonna need more time than you think, buddy.
I know. You get lost in the exploration and stuff, and then I spent like I don't know, probably damn near 3 hours trying to land on the freaking sun station.
Fuck yeah! But you did it. So
I did it. Though.
But you did it.
Sincerely, that was big as fuck.
Oh my god! I was like, my booty was clenched so tight trying to get in there. Just like,
did you get the shakes?
What?
Did you get the boss shakes?
Oh, I was absolutely having the boss shakes. I was sitting there like, please. And like, well, then anytime you unbuckle from your seat when you're in that gravitational pull, like you would just get sucked to like one of the walls of your ship. And I was like, just let me out of the
centrifugal force and all that. Momentum.
Yeah, dude, it's
crazy how science is sometimes.
Science be crazy like that. That game is great. I can't wait to keep playing it. But yeah, the month off in November for my surgery to absolutely just kind of kill my timeline on that. Cause I was like, I'll knock that out real quick. And no, it's the exploration just keeps me wanting more. So that's great.
Good.
Yeah. And by the way, you don't have it yet, but I do recommend that DLC. It's so
the Outer Wilds DLC you're saying? Yeah, it's very good.
The Outer Wilds DLC. Like, there's a lot of DLCs out there that are like, like I could take it or leave it. This one is like, oh, I'm so glad I have the DLC.
I feel like the DLC took me nearly as long as the base game took me, or maybe close to it.
Yeah.
So.
It adds a lot.
The person I rated yesterday, Kiwi, she was saying the same thing. She was like, it could have been marketed as Outer Wilds 2. It's so big.
It was so. If you like the base game, the DLC is pretty much a must play, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
Look, see if that's on sale right now, actually.
So yeah, we'll talk about Elden Ring. I know that's another one on your list that isn't beaten yet, but like that's just a huge game. So, but we'll talk about Elden Ring a little bit later.
Sure. That deserves its own segment, to be honest.
Did you say your least favorite game this year, or least enjoyable?
Ooh, that's a really. I don't think I said what my favorite one was. I mean, to be honest, I would probably say least enjoyable was Persona 5.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's right. You finished that last year, or the beginning of this year.
Yep, that one got carried through from. That was like all. There was a good chunk of last year, but finally rolled credits this year. That one was the Mountain Challenge, right?
It was.
You guys tortured me with that one. To be honest, and I think I've said this multiple times on my stream, there was a lot of redeeming things to it. Like, one, I notoriously hate JRPGs or turn-based games, or and that one is why you punished me with it, because I punished you with a lot of shenanigans with the mountain, so I deserved it. It had a lot of redeeming things. There's a lot of comedy in it. There was a lot of like, the slice of life stuff was fun and stuff like that. But oh my god, was it super repetitive? Even with the storyline, it would just beat a dead horse.
Really,
Sometimes.
Futaba-chan.
Oh my god, you were just like, I've heard about your worries and your woes, and that we got to go into the palace. Not telling me I gotta go into the palace. I just want to slice some life, dude. And then the actual palaces themselves with the gameplay, and that's actually like the meat of the whole game, right? It is the gameplay of the palace, and I was like, oh man, just get me through this as fast as possible. So there was that, and then I think we took an early exit when we found some credits. We had to roll the credits early.
Yeah,
so
you had some big BDE there to sneak out.
Yes, that was so good.
Sneak out the back door of the game.
Because I think there's like one, maybe two other palaces that I've maybe skipped out on. So that's good.
Yeah, if you did like the Royale part of the game, yes.
Royale with cheese. So
that's right.
Persona 5 Royale with cheese, definitely my least favorite game. And then my favorite game, man, I could almost give it to Doki Doki. But I think
interesting.
But I think Elden Ring just I mean I love Souls games at heart, so I would probably say that like Elden Ring is there for sure.
You're just copying Steam Awards at this point.
That's so true.
What? No. I said it first here on the Rogue Scholars, at least. I don't know what Kirby was all muted all that entire time.
Oh, that's right. I was.
Elden Ring is. I would say Elden Ring is not my favorite Souls game yet, though. I would still give that to Dark Souls 3 if that's any consolation.
Okay.
So, but there's more to play there, so we'll see what happens.
You haven't even counted my favorite goons yet.
Oh, your favorite goon? I know.
You only found one of my top 5 because you're out there just doing other things. Apparently,
Radahn, and the rest are redacted.
That's correct. Yes.
The other one was redacted.
That's very good memory. Very good recall. My top 2 are like leagues better than my 3, 4, and 5.
Leagues better,
in my opinion.
Leagues.
All right. Radahn was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I love Radahn. We'll get to more. I really love my other dudes. Yes.
Man.
Cool. Guess I'll talk about my games now, right?
See that list. Whip it out.
So I did 47 games this year, which is better than 2020.
Let's go. And he's got 2 columns. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So actually, what really did it for me is once I started spooky season, the momentum happened, right? Like I started getting into a schedule. I started streaming a little more regularly. Yep. I was playing some shorter games and things like that, so that all helped. So I started September with 16 games done, and I got up to 47 from September to December. So let's see here. A lot of really good games I was surprised about. There was something that I did off stream, like Gears of War 5. And,
I didn't even know you did that. How was that?
So I actually, a buddy of mine and I have been going through the Gears series. We played Gears 5 a while ago, like before the pandemic, and we got into like almost the end, and then we got together recently and we finished. Okay. It. So, I don't really know how it was because it was like, right. Okay. Yeah. But it was fine. It was fine. So I guess the top 5 for me, Elden Ring's up there, Stray is up there, The Witness is up there, Celeste, and there was a Soma. Soma was really good too.
Heard really good things about Soma, and I think that was
that should be on your spooky season list next year.
Soma's, it should be. So should Little Nightmares 2, both of you.
I know.
This year, but then I was slow.
Soma is made by the creators of Amnesia. Really, really solid game.
Okay. I know that.
I think I gave it a 10.
A 10.
You gave it a 10?
I gave it a 10.
Wow. I know that. That's. I think 2 people got that in our this year's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. You're right.
Ended, right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's gonna. It seems like it's a highly recommended one all around. So that might be one I have to keep an eye on. Stray, that was new this year as well. What?
Yeah, I played a lot of new games this year, which is not common for
Right.
me. I
I see
usually
that.
wait. So like Elden Ring, Stray, Horizon Forbidden West was excellent, really good. Um, so Stray was a game I've been waiting for a while. There's a meow button, so it's instantly already better. But yeah, it was really good. Nice, short, compact game. It didn't overstay its welcome, and I really enjoyed the world building, the exploration elements. It was really fun. Um, let's see. So for big games, Elden Ring took up like all of March, some of February, and
Oh,
some of April. It
huge.
was like almost 2 months of straight streaming. So I'm glad I got that 100%ed. Out of the games on this list, I 100%ed 25 of them, and 22 of them I just beat. So that's like over half these games I 100%ed.
Wow.
Big work.
A lot
Yeah.
of these at the end though were
This-
pretty short boys, right?
So this is an
So I'm
alphabetical order.
don't get me wrong,
so-
I'm not judging because I absolutely admire that. I do the same thing to.
I honestly got inspired by you. I was like, oh, let's roll up on some games. Yeah. Let's see here. Some games that like. So if you want a 6 minute fun time where you can 100% the game real quick, play the plan. You're a fly and you fly up. That's the game. You avoid some things.
Oh really? Which one was that?
Yeah, the plan. I think it's free. Yeah. Easy game. Alice Madness Returns was a game I've always wanted to play, but never got to. Glad I finally got to play that. It was fun. I liked the graphics. I thought that like I found out that there's a history of some rush development and stuff, so a lot of things got scrapped. So it's kind of sad because there's a lot of stuff it could have been, and it wasn't there, but it was fun.
Okay.
Banjo-Kazooie, I know I'm going in order here. I'll skip around, but Banjo-Kazooie was a game that my brother got me for Christmas / my birthday / Christmas / my birthday a while ago, and I finally got to play it. He got it, and then we didn't get it. He didn't get it to me in person until like a year later, and then it took me a while to play it. So it was nice to finally get through that. There's some janky stuff at the end, and it's a rare N64 game, so like it's there's gonna be jank. Trell knows
Let's
all
talk
about
about the last
that.
boss.
But it was,
How about that last boss?
Right, yeah, everything was fine until that last boss. But I got through it, and it was definitely not the hardest thing I did this year. So
N64 games, you know what you're signing up for basically.
yeah. After I did Halo with Kirby, doing 3 and 4, I did Borderlands 1 and 2 throughout the year with my friend Jaeger. Had a blast doing that. I always wanted to do Borderlands, but with somebody, because I tried playing it alone back in the
It's
day, and
definitely
it
need
was
to play
just not
co-op. I'd agree with
enjoyable.
that.
Yeah. And then there's like a whole bunch of Celeste was so good. It deserves all the praise. It was really fun.
I always hear. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say anything bad about it. Maybe that it was hard, but it might just be because it's a tight platformer.
Yep, it's a very fun game. I put that
That's
I
like
don't know, a
saying
year or
if,
two ago.
That's like saying Hollow Knight's hard.
I'll be right back.
I think
Sure.
it's all
Give me one
manageable.
Where is Silk? Okay, I guess no. I'll wait because we're gonna talk about games we're looking forward to. I just don't know where they're hiding it.
Oh right, yeah. No, you're completely right. I don't know. And God, that's been coming up
They're
so much.
playing the FromSoft game of like, oh, were we working on a game like with Elden Rings? They announced it, then they didn't talk about it for like 8 years.
They just have completely gone silent and just ghosting us. And I don't know, like, because the last thing I think we heard it was coming to Games Pass, but then like the last Games Pass thing, it wasn't even mentioned or anything. So I have no idea where it's at.
I'm just telling you, they're just making shit up.
Yeah, it's like why would he? Why?
Sorry,
he
I heard a
at this
bang.
point?
Oh, you're good.
Talking about
Why even announce what?
Silksong.
Yeah,
Silk
we
Song.
can talk about it more later, but
Right, when we anticipate. Luigi's Mansion 3 was really fun.
Oh yeah,
I had a really good spooky season this year.
Good.
Lots of really
Spooky season.
good games. Cry of Fear, Bendy and the Ink Machine.
That one.
What else we had? Soma is actually a spooky game, so like yeah, there's that. I played both of the Resident Evils 2 and 3. Both were really good. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I played them in the same season because they kind of relate to each other. It was really good. One on my list that I would is pushing on that 5 was Return of the Obra Dinn. That was actually Kirby's top game last year. I think it was
top 5.
right?
I don't know if it was my favorite game.
Top 5.
Oh, that one's that good, huh?
Because I think last year
Yeah, it was good.
Demon's Souls. I don't remember.
Oh, Demons.
It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really enjoyed it. It was fun trying to figure out stuff. And Kirby gave kind of a summary of it last time, but it's kind of this game where you're an insurance inspector and a boat kind of washes up, but it's empty and it's supposed to have all these people on it. So he's trying to figure out what happened and kind of make the report back to his company.
Okay.
And you kind of use clues to try and figure it out, and it doesn't handhold you at all. There's no like guarantee that you're gonna figure it all out. So it's interesting. Let's see here. The Witness I think that's my 5th game. The Witness was so good. Really, really fun puzzle game. Lots to it, and it makes you think and makes you think outside of the box, even though you're in a box with all these puzzles.
Yeah.
If you're playing the game, I recommend not just rolling credits, but getting the challenge too, which is the second achievement in that game. There's only 2. Let's see. I did also play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I played it with my D&D group
nice.
when we didn't play one time, and we got through it all in one session.
You liked it?
So, yeah, I liked it a lot. Another thing I did this year was I played games that I had given the people for Secret Santa in the past. So Superliminal I played, and what was the other one? Light Matter. And both of those games were really fun too.
You gave that one? Is that what you said?
I gave both those games. I gave Light Matter to Kirby for Secret. No, was that Secret Santa?
Scholars.
No, it was Rogue Scholars. 2 years ago.
Because last year you gave me. Wait, no, I got 2 months. It must have been 2 years ago. Yeah.
Because I didn't have you this past year. Trell did. Yeah. Because I had Trell. Yeah. All right. Any questions on any of my games?
Oh well, did you really go into Grass Cutter very much?
Yeah, I was about to ask that one. Thank you for pointing that out.
I mean, if we're talking about favorites and least favorites, obviously Grass Cutter's up there on the favorites of favorites of favorites.
Yeah, like that was one of the top 2 games.
So you know how Kirby ranks like his year, and he takes the average of all his games, like how he ranks them. So most of my games were like between 7 and 10.
For sure.
Right?
That's respectable, yeah.
I would say that this year was going to be an 8.5, but now it's down to a 6 because of how low Grass Cutter is. Because Grass Cutter is not only a 0, it's a -5.
Holy crap.
-5.
There was no redeeming factors at all. I mean, think of all that grass you cut.
You did cut my grass.
I think the only redeeming factor is the fact that I can't think of anything.
It was free.
It was for him.
Oh, good.
He gave it to me, so like that's not even a redeeming factor.
Man. I'm so glad you pounded out those last levels, man. GG on that. But
yeah, that was wild.
So yeah,
when you were sitting there silent on the last ones, I was like, oh no, I think I'm gonna break Wombat.
So, something that I have to tell you that I know I waited for this to tell you because I thought you'd enjoy this is, you know how you watched me beat that level, the last level?
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't I get the achievement for it? Right?
Oh, right.
It's because when I opened the gift that I got afterward, which was the crying face emoji one, I then hit menu, so I exited out to the menu. It still gave me credit for being the level, but it didn't take me to the final cutscene because I went to menu instead of next.
Oh my god.
So I had to beat it again.
You went back. Why would you go do that to yourself?
I went back and I beat it again so that I could get those 2 achievements.
An
So that you wouldn't be
achievement-
able
oh
to
my
say-
God, you're greedy for achievements.
No, Kirby. So I did not want Trell to say, well, you didn't roll credits,
Oh, okay.
so you didn't beat it.
That
Oh
makes
my
sense.
god. That's perfect.
That's wild.
So it was, yeah. Not even the ending was. So it's not even that I'm greedy for achievements. It's that I wanted to make sure I had
didn't
credit
want-
for it.
He didn't want any technicality coming up. Oh man.
Shadowgate 64 to Kill was a game that I rolled up on when I was a kid, like back when I was in like high school. And back then, when I played games, I took notes on a notebook that I found recently, and I actually was like going through it and like reminiscing, and I was like, I wonder where I am in Shadowgate. So like I kept my notebook open and I turned it on and it opened up, and it turned out I was at the end of the game. I had like 2 things left to do, so I just rolled up and beat it using my notes. I was like, okay, where am I in the okay. And then I just beat it, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Is that on Steam or is it you just played it on your 64?
no, it was on N64.
So they have Shadowgate on
Um,
Steam, but maybe this.
I don't know,
Oh, Shadowgate. Yeah, is it?
but there is one other thing.
Shadowgate is on Steam. Maybe
I-
continue.
So at the end, after I did Spooky Season, like November and December were kind of dedicated to the smaller, more compact games, so I could enjoy. I basically wanted to knock out as many games as I could that I wouldn't be able to play for my next year because of what my theme is, and we're going to be talking about that in a second. But what I also kind of did was I tried to pick games that kind of related to each other in pairs, so that like I kind of. So, like, for example, Journey and Flower were made by the same dev, and they kind of reference each other.
Okay.
So, like, that's a pairing. Paper Bark and Stormboy were both Australian games, so that's a pairing. The Witness and the Looker are referencing, or Looker references the Witness, so a pairing, so on and so forth. Never Song and Pinstripe are very similar in theme and appearance, and they're short. So on and so forth. I actually had a really good time with that, so I think that might be something I do, maybe even in 2024 for my theme is doing something like that. I'm still thinking about what that could be, but really fun.
I think that's a really good idea to at least find stuff like that. Like the forethought of going out and trying to find stuff that pairs together. That's not so. I think it makes for a better experience, especially if they do have like some sort of like even like. As far as Easter eggs, but I think you were saying like in the main storyline itself, those games were like referencing each other. So that's cool. It gives you a bit more of like an aha moment during the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that what is it called? Darkwood was really fun. I really enjoyed that. It was a kind of a survival based game where like when it gets dark, you have to like be fortified up because monsters are going to get you. Be prepared to die in that game a lot. But there's like also inventory management and using resources sparingly. It's not a forgiving game. In fact, it warns you in the loading screen, this game is not forgiving.
It's not.
Be prepared to lose.
Oh, man.
Kind of like XCOM does, but I liked it better than XCOM for sure. And then a game that I really wanted to play for a while that I finally got to play this year was The Medium. And I really liked it, but in retrospect, there were some things that I'm like, about.
Okay.
And I don't want to go too much into it without spoils. But like I liked it a lot. But like there's some things about both how it delivered the ending as well as some things that I think about overall in the gameplay that I think could have been improved.
So,
and
in comparison to what other what was it Bloober Team games have you played?
Well, what other games are there? Because I tried to play the other one, but it wouldn't work
Wait,
for my computer.
Well, there's Observer. There's what do you call it?
Observer, I couldn't
The Layers
play.
of Fear games. So that's
Blair Witch.
Okay, I liked
think
both
Blair
of those
Witch.
two.
Oh, Blair Witch. Yep.
I haven't played Blair Witch, but I liked Layers of Fear 1 and 2.
Okay.
And I've played both through
How'd
those.
you compare it to those?
I liked the Layers of Fear better, but the medium was different from those, and I liked the storytelling aspect
I
of
was,
it.
about to ask, I was gonna say for story or for gameplay, but you're saying for
I liked the medium for story. I liked the Layers of Fear for gameplay.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfinished Swan was great, and the what is it called? Unfinished Swan and What Remains of Edith Finch are two games that relate to each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're made by Giant Finch Games, and also there is a direct connection between the two, which I won't get into until you play both of those games. But yeah, really good games. Shorter. Edith Finch there's a lot of really different elements to it, which are really neat. And Unfinished Swan was a very unique game. Very good, yeah. Uncharted 1 is in there, and Uncharted was a game that I expected to play more of throughout the year, but I ended up only just playing the first one. I might play more in this coming year, but I liked it. Not much more to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to go back on one game that I don't think we've really even talked about. But Kirby, you beat it, I think, going on your list. This came out in 2022, so it was a new game. Man, you guys did a lot of new games, both of you guys. I didn't really do I don't think I did any new games other than Elden Ring. No, even House of Ashes is old. Anyways, Neon White.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, it looks really interesting. It looks like it's even got some visual novel aspects to it or something like that.
The story's cringy as fuck. Don't play it for the story.
cringe.
It's sometimes funny, but it's mostly cringy, like late teens, early 20s, like emo sort of cringe.
Fantastic.
The story sucks. But the gameplay is fantastic. Where it's pretty much it wants you to speed run. But it's not like huge pressure, and like the levels don't generally get longer than a couple of minutes. So if you lose, you don't lose a lot of time. But it's a precision shooter with speed running, so you have to figure out, like what's the optimal path through the level and trying to beat it as quickly as possible. But it's a very fun game. The story's just cringy. So
get into your top 10 for the 2022.
I don't think so. That's only because the top 10's kind of stacked. So let me do.
I knew you mentioned your top 5. I wasn't sure what the top 10 would be, but you said, it's got overwhelmingly positive on
It does.
Steam.
No, it's not top 10 just because there are other games in there like Inscription, Prey. You're gonna roll your eyes, but Triangle Strategy, Horizon Forbidden West,
Triangle Strategy,
Rogue Legacy 2. All those games are up there, and they were just slightly better. It's definitely in the top 15 if that counts for anything, but it's not in the top 10.
15. All right, it's somewhere, I guess.
But it's definitely worth playing if you like the idea of trying to beat levels fairly quickly. You don't have to go crazy and do as quickly as possible, but fairly quickly with some pretty fun, I guess, shooting and platforming mechanics.
Okay.
Let's see. Tale of Two Brothers, Tale of Two Sons was really, really good. I recommend that. There's a lot of games, the shorter games that I played that were just surprisingly good.
Mm-hmm.
Spear of the North and Never Alone were both Fox-themed games, were really good. Horizon Zero Dawn, I didn't mention this except for saying it was part of my top 5. Really good, strong sequel. Adding new mechanics and adding content and adding new monsters and things like that were really cool. And definitely changed up the storyline format in a big way, and I'm really looking forward to see what they do in the sequel to that game. It does not end the story.
Really? So there's gonna be a
That's all.
trilogy, you think?
We'll see.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll be more than 3, but it'll at least be 3. And really
I was curious
good.
to hear about that because I played HZD probably late, and so even though it's
You
one of
did.
those games that is just like you just hear about people just gush on it, and it's like for me, I was like, it was nothing groundbreaking, so I was like, yeah, it was good, but it was like not, it didn't live up to the hype. So I was curious that like when the sequel came out, I was like, is it really going to be a lot of the same, or
It
is it
is a lot
actually
of the
going to be,
same, but I think it's better in every way. Besides the story, I like the story in the first one more, but everything else about it is better. But it is still more of the same.
say groundbreaking?
I like the
for
story in
series
this
two?
one better in some ways because of the community aspects.
Okay.
And I won't get too far into that, but like there's more character development between you and people, and I liked
Yeah,
that
true.
aspect of it.
Okay.
You know, I didn't like the
Um,
bugs. It was so much buggier than it should have been. By the time
was
Trell plays
buggy.
it should be. Yeah, dude, it was so dumb. Sometimes.
Yeah, it should be fine when Trell
This
plays
is,
it
how do you guys
in
feel about that?
2025.
Feel
Like,
about what?
I honestly do not want to play games on release hardly ever. Like there's a
get
couple
it.
couple exceptions, like Elden Ring, stuff like that. It was like, yo, I've been dying for this kind of thing. But for a lot of times, it's like let it come out and let it bake finish baking a little
But
bit.
that shouldn't. Okay, the Gorilla Games. I think that's who makes Horizon. I would not have expected that from. I agree with your sentiment, but I never would have expected they would be a company where there's like too many bugs.
Yeah.
Like Santa Monica, they made God of
Yeah.
War. I'm playing Ragnarok. I haven't encountered any bugs yet. That game's great. I played it on release, so that's no problem. And most of the time, I am a bit skeptical unless it's from a developer that I feel like already has some credibility behind it. Like I thought Guerrilla Games did, but nope. I had dudes falling through floors and I have to restart missions so I can't kill him anymore. I'm like, okay, well he's just down there
That's
now.
terrible. And then you just gotta wait for a couple patches to come out and fix everything. You're like,
Yeah.
really?
If I go back to the DLC in April and it's still buggy, I mean, whatever. I'm still gonna have fun with it. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I just think that's just where we're at now with game development is just that we've all accepted like early release, early access. Just get in there and you're gonna deal with the bugs. And it's almost like we're beta testing for them. And then even then they're just gonna dump it out there just to meet deadlines and get the money. And then it's like, oh, we'll just patch it later. It's like, come on.
There's some games where like I will wait, but I've been able to buy games more closer to release. Like Elden Ring was a day one purchase. Horizon Zero Dawn or Forbidden West I did day one as well, but didn't play it until I guess that was June, and it was less buggy, but there were still some bugs. So by the time you play it, it should be good. But Stray was like no bugs at all. It was great.
Is that
You know,
Isn't that
things
sad
like
though that we have to talk about that? They're like, there's
It
no
is
bugs in
sad.
that game. That's
Yeah.
that's really
Let's
good.
go, no bugs. That's like applying them for doing the bare minimum. Getting booted up. So honestly, it's probably game of the year.
Game booted up.
It started. I'm pretty cool with that. I don't know about you guys.
I will say that I really enjoyed the theme that I did this year, which was the year of adventure. So like a whole bunch of different adventure games. And there are some games I didn't finish, like Breath of the Wild. We're still playing through, and we should be finished this year in time for the sequel. I actually started playing it again yesterday, just because I was like, I don't want to start a new game when next year is tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I was just like, let's just start my theme for next year, which we can start talking about now. But like, it was, I think we all successfully finished our themes, right? Our challenges for ourselves.
Yeah, and I'm not doing it again. So
Nice. Okay, that's fine.
Unless I think of one later, I can't think of any challenge that doesn't just stop me from playing whatever I want to play. And I'm like, oh my god.
Right. Yeah, so challenges are meant to like help you figure out what you want to play. If you already know what you want to play, then just play. For me, like I get a lot of game. What's the? I see all the games that I have and I can't. It's game paralysis.
Oh, yeah.
So like having a theme really helps me to like zero in. Like I would never have played so many games this year if I didn't have a theme and I didn't have like a list of things to choose from and pick from, a smaller list from my bigger list. So that was really helpful.
Does it add a filter on and help narrow the scope?
Yeah.
Sure.
I even started making Steam groups to like filter out the big list into smaller lists to help me out. Yeah. So my theme for this coming year for 2023 is the year of the series. So any games that are part of a series, like even if I'm not playing the first game in it, like for example, I've already played some of the Uncharted games, but there's other ones to play, or like the Elder Scrolls games. Like there's a whole bunch of them, right?
man.
Like playing one in that series is, Skyrim, for example, is part of a series, right? So I can play that. Spider-Man, we just had a sequel announced, so it's part of a series now. I can play it, right? So yeah. So that's kind of what I'm going to be going for this year. And try and knock out some of those bigger titles that are on my list.
Are you actually going to go for all the Elder Scrolls?
No. My goal is not to complete series.
Okay.
It's to do games within series.
Oh, okay.
Does that make
Gotcha.
sense? Yeah. That kind of helps me.
Just to help get them like to so like you'll maybe just knock out a couple, but not try to go for the entire thing.
Correct. Because, like, I found, like, if I'm playing one and then I go to try and play the next one, I'm like, I kind of want to play something else and come back to it, right? So, I might not do a full series. There might be some, like, if I'm really feeling like Spyro, I might go through the whole thing, or Crash Bandicoot or something, I don't know, but we'll see.
Okay.
What about you, Trell? Since Kirby's not doing a theme this
Fuck
year,
themes.
what do you got?
No theme at all?
That's his theme. His
theme
theme
is
is
no
no
themes?
themes.
It's fucking boring. Like every time the last 3 years I try to have a theme, I'm like, I'm cool with it for a month or two, and then I'm like, yeah, this sucks. I'm just gonna play whatever I want.
Okay. My theme this year is probably just going to be completing games that have been gifted to me, because I think I've again, like with you Wombat, sometimes you just like, oh yeah, I got it, and then you're trying to like working into like where you're just gonna go and stuff like that, and then it ends up just kind of things get moved around, and I'm like, I don't want to seem like ungrateful, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna make that my theme and actually just knock out these things, because I'm super grateful when people like will gift me something, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna hit that up hard, and because I'm excited for a lot of those ones, but they just, like it'll come up to like Halloween time and all of a sudden I'm like, well, I want to play spooky ones for Halloween or something, and then some of those other ones take a backseat, and I'm like, damn it, I just need to actually like commit. So that's what my thing's gonna be. I don't know how many there are or whatever. I'm just gonna that's just gonna be my theme. I'm just gonna knock out as many as I can.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I try and prioritize gifted games, but there's still a few lingering out there. And generally, the games that I'm gifted are like always like surprisingly good. It's like, I see why you gave this to me. This is really cool. But like, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, do you have a set? Do you have a goal for how many games you want to do out of gifted games? Like just a ballpark? I know you don't know how many gifted games you have, but like, do you have a number?
Like at least 5.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say I think there's 5. I think so. Maybe that's what it's gonna be.
So far.
Maybe I should just be like, oh, it's gonna be like 15, and then when I run out, I'm gonna be like, you guys need to give me more games. So
Gifts, please. Gifts, please.
help me make my goal, please. That'd be funny.
I'm trying to make my goal, but you guys are just, you're not giving me it.
But I think 5 is probably a good number to shoot for. I think.
Yeah. So I think you guys started talking about it, but like 2023 games that are coming out supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly is a very important thing to say there.
Silksong, for
It's
example,
not coming out. They're lying.
Game Pass says that it's coming out by June, right? Because
That's what they say.
They said back in June of last year that this year they listed Silksong as one of the games for the year, and somebody commented like, does that mean that by June of 2023 we'll be having Silksong on Game Pass? And they said that's exactly what we're saying. So that sounds like a confirmation to me.
I'm still skeptical,
but we'll see. Yeah, but like honestly, Team Cherry, take all the time you fucking need, because I get it. You've got 3 people.
They take like 70 years when we dead, and it doesn't do me any good. I'd rather play a buggy version of it.
That's fair, but at least it'll be a good game.
I don't care if it's good if I'm dead. Watch this shit.
I just want to play it. I mean, I get what you're saying, Wombat, and I would say like, just to, like the thing of like, you're complaining about Forbidden West, and it's like, just take a little bit longer. I don't care.
Well, see, they can't remove all the bugs from Silksong because then there wouldn't be a game.
I see what you did there. Well, Kirby's eye rolling so hard right now.
I am.
But like, my only problem was that they announced it forever ago, and it's like, just wait to announce it then. Like, don't tease me like that. To take your time, but just when you're like actually like getting ready to like gear up and release, then start talking about it. Because right now at the point, it's like the hype's just died down, where it's just like, and you kind of even forget about it. Where you're like, oh yeah, wasn't that supposed to be released? And you're just kind of like googling for like when it's supposed to be released, and then you're like end up spending a little bit. You're like, well, no one's talking about this. What happened to this game?
Yeah, that's fair. I will also say though that sometimes you think you've got an idea that's going to take this amount of time, and then it ends up taking this amount of time. And then you've got pandemic and things like that. So
I mean,
they probably anticipated this being out a long time ago, but things
software
happen.
projects.
I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Software projects I've been on, and I'm not in the game industry. Just other
Right.
types of software that I've written. It's like I get that completely. It's just unexpected stuff happens, and sometimes it is what it is, and it's just like. So then maybe they were closer at one point, and then something happened, and it was like, "Ooh, yeah, we got to do a bunch of this work," and it sucks.
Yeah.
What other games you got,
Well,
Kirby?
okay.
What else
You
we
guys
got
don't
coming
care about
out?
this, but Fire Emblem Engage comes out in like a month. I like Fire Emblem. You guys might care about this. It's the game called Forspoken, which is that like open world magic casting game. They had a
want
demo
that one so bad.
a
I
couple
don't
weeks
even
ago.
know what you said the first thing. I'm gonna just erase that from my memory. But Forspoken, I'm so glad that you're just
It looks cool.
on top of this.
It looks good. I'm excited for that. The demo was fun. The open world seemed a bit bare, but the combat was a blast, so I'm cool with it. Next up, Dead Space Remake on January 27th.
Can't wait for that. That's on my
Bigly
list for
excited
this
that
year,
one.
and it's part of a series,
There we
so
go.
it's gonna happen.
After that, Hogwarts Legacy comes out
Yeah.
in February. I don't even like Harry Potter all that much, but the game looks good, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm probably not gonna get it.
Wait,
I'm
why?
probably not gonna get
Why?
it because of JK.
Okay, fair enough. I'm still
understand
probably
that.
gonna get it.
Yeah, sorry. Like I love. I grew up with Harry Potter.
Yep.
I like the series. We have Harry Potter stuff, but like I can't continue to support the franchise because of what she's doing.
I get it.
So.
That's fair. I respect that. Then we have
Yeah.
Atomic Heart. It's like a robot, kind of looks like a Bioshock game where you have guns and powers. Then there's Resident Evil 4
Yeah.
Remake. I'm just gonna speed run through these, and you can just stop whenever you want to talk longer than like 3 seconds.
Resident Evil 4 is going to
Yes.
be, since I just did 1, 2, and 3, 4 is the next one in the series, so we're going to be playing 4 and 5
game is this?
coming,
Resident Evil 4
Resident Evil
Remake.
4.
Oh, okay.
the remake. Yeah, I'm really excited for
Yup.
that one.
And then we got Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2. Because I don't
Oh,
care
man.
about. I don't like the new name very much.
Tears of the
I don't really
Kingdom.
like that name very much. Maybe it'll grow on me, but that's why it's Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And those are all the games with confirmed release dates, but I can keep going. Like Armored Core 6.
I'm looking forward to that.
I have Dragon Quest on here. You don't give a shit about that. I care about Final Fantasy 16 and the 7 Remake Part 2. I care about Silk Song, of course, but we already said that. Lies of P. I'm excited for that.
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Me too, for a second. So I just saw it. Pikmin 4. There's a game called Rain Code, which is like the big Danganronpa series. It's like a murder mystery game. There's Remnant. That Remnant. I can't remember the full name, but Remnant 2. Remnant 2. The Silent Hill 2 remake. I don't know what this game is. It's on my list. I don't know what it is. It's called Sin Duality. I have no idea what this is. So now I have to look it up.
I'm a little torn about that they just jumped to Silent Hill 2 remake. Like I was like, why did not do it in order? And I think it's just because of Pyramid Head and stuff like that. That it's just Silent Hill 2 is just a
But
favorite.
people think, exactly. Which I agree. Like, start with the first one, but
Maybe they were like, we want a sure success, so not do the first one, do the second one since we know that's gonna be a sure success, and maybe they'll go back or something like that. But it's just like the no organization not doing it in order just bugs me. But whatever. I'm just glad that at least that franchise is actually just getting rekindled. So that's cool.
Oh yeah, Pikmin 4 is coming out.
I'm super stoked for that.
Yeah, me
There's
too.
a bunch of other random shit. I have quite a substantial list. We don't need to talk about all of it. But yeah, it should be a good year.
I don't remember what this game
Yeah.
was.
I remember. Oh,
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say Alan Wake 2.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
looking
actually, I
forward
have
to.
other things too.
Is that coming out, or are they remaking
I
one?
hear 2023 Alan Wake 2. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. This might be more speculation. I love the first one, and I never played
Same.
the Nightmare in America. What was that one called? Or
Yeah, I think is that a visual novel?
was it? I thought that. I mean,
No, it's not. I'm just sorry.
Oh my god.
um,
I was like, no, that's not. I get you now. You, you jerk. I want to play that American one. Just because the first one was so good.
It's not American McGee. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
But I'd be interested to see how. I don't know if we saw any gameplay in that trailer. Maybe it was just an announcement trailer. But it'd be interesting to see what they do with that light concept, if they carry that forward or whatever. I don't think you mentioned this one, Kirby, the Jedi Survivor.
I didn't. What the fuck's going on with my Oh, where is it? It's not here. When is it? What's the release date on that? Do you have it? If I can find it, my list is fucked. There's like 4 other games on here I was supposed to say.
Oh, really? You want do send me your
March
list.
17th. I will. Okay, let me update it because it's kind of scuffed right now. There's like literally because I was gonna say yeah. So keep going, but Jedi Fallen Order or Fallen Survivor, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh right, Jedi Fallen Order 2,
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Jedi Souls 2 basically was gonna be called. And then the next one I kind of
That's
forgot what this
March
one.
17th. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
I think this one I remember seeing a Redfall. That's the
That's
open
the
world
vampire
co-op
game.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked pretty interesting. When it comes to vampires, I know Kirby's all about it, so I'm surprised you didn't mention this one either. But
That was a game.
oh, you do. It says you want this game. Okay, I see it.
Oh, I do. That's why I don't know like what's going on here because like there was you don't care about Octopath 2. There's Wolong Fallen Dynasty, which is sort of a Souls
Octopath
game.
2, right? Yeah.
I'm happy for you guys that you like the Fire Emblem and the Octopath. I'm glad that these games come out for you. I have absolutely no interest in them, but I'm really happy for them. And when you guys talk about it in Discord, I'm gonna roast you guys. Just be expecting of that. But
Of course.
I think one more game that you didn't mention was Diablo
Fucking
4.
I didn't. I don't know why is it not on my list?
Why is your list so jacked up right now?
My list is fucked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know when does that come out? Help me.
That one.
Because that needs to be in here too. And Judas, Nikos's game.
Oh,
I don't know if
Judas,
it's next year.
yeah.
I don't know if it's next year though, but I'm excited for it, so I'm just gonna say it.
Is it not next year? Why'd they even talk about it then?
I agree with that. Yeah, like why?
Yeah. And then our boy Nikos was
Let's go.
helping on that one. That one. So again, Judas. That one's from the creators of BioShock, right?
Yes.
BioShock was another one of those games that was similar to HZD for me, Horizon Zero Dawn, where I didn't get the hype. I liked it. I thought it was good. I just didn't.
Did you finish Infinite?
I didn't finish Infinite. No, I did 1 and 2, and I was kind of like, they're cool, but I didn't understand the hype behind it. But again,
Infinite was my favorite of the 3, but I really liked 1.
You liked 1 the best, or
I have another
you
game.
said-
Sorry.
you said Infinite was your favorite?
Infinite was my favorite, but I liked 1 as well.
Okay. Hey, it was good. I liked all the kind of like different spells or skills or whatever you got from it, or injections. I guess you would probably tell them, right? But like, I don't know. I came at it late, so maybe I was just like, I've seen stuff like that in other games, and I was like, it's not groundbreaking like I thought it was going to be just from the hype and stuff. So
Yep.
but I'm excited to see what's going to happen in Judas, because again, with all this being like newer generation based are targeted right for game platforms and stuff, it's just like, what are you bringing new to that's going to revolutionize things? So I'm excited for it.
I forgot one of the biggest games that was supposed to be last year that got pushed to this year. It's called Goodbye Volcano High.
Oh,
And I've been
yeah.
saying that-
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Is that
Right.
finally coming out?
I don't know. They did on Steam. They had it as 2022. Now they changed it to 2023, and they'll probably just change it to 2024 because it's such an ambitiously large game that they can never actually finish it. But
I still have that on my wish list, man. I wish listed that for like ever ago.
Yeah, I gotta look at my wish list and see.
yeah, my shit's all fucked up. Last Trials. I want that. I want Hades too.
Bramble
Hades
Bramble the
too.
Mountain King is
Yes,
coming out in
that too
2023
as well.
Animal Well, I think might be coming out. What Never Was Chapter 2, Amnesia the Bunker,
Oh yeah, that's a new one.
uh, Sons of the Forest.
Oh yeah, Sons of the Forest.
Everything. Yeah. So some good stuff coming. I remember last year, Kirby, we were looking at 2022 and we're like, oh my god, this is going to be a crazy awesome year.
I do remember saying
and
that.
and it was. But now I think 2023 is going to be the crazy awesome year with Zelda coming and all kinds of other things.
2023 is pretty stacked right now. I got to give it credit.
It is.
Your,
It's
I mean,
lifting lots of weights in the gym right
with your,
now.
it's got big biceps. I mean, in all fairness, with your crazy awesome year for 2022, you guys did probably do the most new games compared to like maybe the last 3 years.
You know what? Probably. I'll have to go back and look. That's one of the few sets I don't track is like release date.
Yeah.
But if I can quickly go through my list here, there was definitely a lot of new games this year. So
For me personally, it was the most new games I've played. And I mean, it was only like 3, right? 3 or 4 new games for me. But like that's a lot. Like usually I don't play any new games except for maybe one.
maybe
like
game comes
Sekiro.
out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we'll see what next year's like. I think I'm going to be holding pattern with getting more newer releases and stuff like that. Like Dead Space is going to be a day one.
Oh, yeah.
And same with Resident Evil 4 and same with Zelda. So that's 3 right there. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
So what are we gonna do for each other this year?
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the
do
challenge.
it.
So we've talked about the games that we challenged in the past, like this past year. I will say that Grasscutter was so. I will say this, Trell. I said please go a little bit easier on my wrist because Puss destroyed it. And you're like, oh yeah, I got you. And then you gave me that, which was definitely not easier on my wrist. It really hurt. So thanks for that.
You're welcome, man.
I'm gonna start by saying two of the 3 of us completed our challenge for this year. There's one person who didn't. Yeah.
Womp, womp. Yeah.
Trell, despite the many excuses you've given, did not complete it.
I just want to say that very positive reviews on Grasscutter on Steam right now. But anyways, yes,
that's insane.
Yeah, it's all these hype boys and stuff like that. It's because it's free. So what are we gonna do about that? Because I got punished this past year by having to play a game from both of you, and I beat both Salt and Sanctuary, which was a fucking great game, by the way. Thank you again,
Thank you,
Kirby.
and you're welcome.
Really good.
I'm glad you liked it.
And
on stream.
Yeah, I did that on stream. Okay. It was in August.
Okay.
I did it for a good amount of August. I think it was like 27 episodes. It was good. But yeah, so I have a few ideas. Since I'm the one that challenged you to the Outer Wilds game, and last year you picked what would happen to me as punishment. I've got an idea for punishment for you.
Okay. Okay.
So my idea is.
That's it.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, go ahead, Wombat.
No vetoes.
No vetoes, huh? Ooh.
Yeah. So, so what I'm going to say here is this year I really enjoyed doing a game from both of you, and rather than having us like have it go one way, I figured we all give each other 2 games, like one each, and everybody agreed to that. So Kirby, Trell, and I are all going to play games from each other, which I am nervous about, but we'll see how it goes.
He's got Grasscutter 2. He's been programming Grasscutter 2 since last year with extra jank. That's what he's going to give you right now.
So Trell, does that sound like a plan? No vetoes?
Sure, I'm down for that. Why not?
All right, cool. All right. All right. So that's Trell's punishment for not finishing Outer Wilds, which, by the way, I'm glad you're enjoying. And I cannot believe that even though I was playing Grass Cutter and raging on it and hating it so much, I still gave you Outer Wilds because I didn't want to stoop to your level. Just gotta say,
Dude, it is a banger. It is an absolute banger.
So good.
All right, so Trell, what you got for games for us?
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna go first. I haven't decided what.
So the reason you're going first is because you've completed the least games on the list.
Fair,
so
fair
we're
enough.
going in order.
Let me
of
go
that.
into here, and then I've been trying to decide if I wanted to be nice or if I was wanting to be.
What do you mean? You already know what you're gonna be. What kind of question is that?
See, when you say that now, I'm just gonna go ahead and be mean. All right, fine. For Kirby, I'm gonna go give
Fuck
you.
me. What is it?
See, I'm deciding. You're not gonna veto though. I know you. You're just gonna.
I don't veto. I take
You're
it.
just gonna take it. So do I want to be nice to him or do I want to be mean to him?
Either I've had fun. What was it? I've had fun with 2 months. So I'm ready for whatever.
Yeah, but see, like maybe this is where 2023 I roll over a new leaf and I'm nice to you guys or something.
Okay.
You know?
I'm not vetoing unless it's like I can't imagine what I would veto on. So yeah, what do we got?
Well, hold on. Let me make sure that you don't actually have this on your.
That's fair.
Oh, you didn't check?
No, I didn't. I forgot to check to see if he has. I doubt he does. He doesn't. Okay, very good. I'm gonna.
I mean, and we've given games. Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe I
Sorry.
should give it. Maybe I can do a theme with you guys. Maybe I just do that.
Okay.
I'll give you Rise of the Triad.
What is
Rise of the Triad.
It's like a shooter game, right?
Yeah.
That's like it's kind of like Doom.
Okay.
I played that game when I was a
All
kid.
right, let's do it.
I really shouldn't
I'm
have
about
been.
to try
but
all over these fuckers.
All right.
That's a good one.
Why
Trell.
is
I
it
love that
mixed?
game.
What's gonna happen? Why is it mixed though? Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna read. I don't even want to know. I'm cool with it. Let's do it.
All right, cool. I'll get that gifted over to you. And then Wombat, I think what was the original one I was going to give you? And I'm like, ooh, I could do that one. I might try this one though. Let me confirm it real quick again here. Let's go over here and type this one and go in here.
So again, even if I have it, I'll play like that. We've done that before, where I've had Kirby play Halo and he had Halo. So like,
Okay.
Same with Light Matter actually. So
And then I have a bunch of these ones. Man, I'm so undecided. I've been like sitting here trying to look up ones as we're talking and stuff like that. I think I won't do the same kind of game. I might do something just from my heart for you. I'm gonna give you Tiny Bunny.
Tiny Bunny.
What's this? Oh, it's a horror game. Okay.
From your heart.
Yeah, it's a visual novel.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Tiny Bunny. Oh, there's a prologue that's free, and then Tiny Bunny.
Yeah, it is. It's a game that I've never really even heard of too much, but it came across me, and I was like, oh man, this looks like a pretty good one. It is early access, so I'm not sure what that means either. But
Yeah, but it's you said it's a visual novel.
it's listed as one of the tags, visual novel at least.
Interesting. It looks like there's some options because in one of the screenshots it says run away or take. So
Okay, so it's a bit
Interesting.
more. I mean, that's kind of wild though, because you think
It's
like
an
cut to the core.
interactive.
That was already like the epitome of what you could do with mechanics in games. So this seems like it's going to try and even exceed that. So
Very good.
all right, I'm
All
happy
right.
with that. I see Rise of the Triad has something called the Escalabat, and I'm going to need whatever that is. Okay, sweet.
So I guess what is your final say there, Wombat? You going to veto that or
No, I think I'll take it.
Okay, cool.
I'll trust you.
All right.
I don't know why, but I'll trust you.
Why?
It says overwhelmingly positive, so
Yeah.
like that's cool. It says it's similar to Little Nightmares 2 and Bendy, so that's cool.
Good. Cool. Well, Kirby, if you vetoed, I probably had a really good one for you, an actual good one, I think, because I think Rise of Triad is going to be.
You know what though? I want a little of the bullshit with it. I want
Alright,
the good
alright.
ones, but no, I want this. Unless you want to swap, then go for it. But I'm not going to veto because it looks dumb as fuck.
No, I think you've come to appreciate those ones from me.
I
So
have.
I can't stray
Alright.
from that.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a visual novel and point and click
All
maybe,
right.
which is kind of cool. Yeah,
Wombat, you're next.
for me. Yeah, all right. So Kirby, I'm thinking of giving you the game Armed and Dangerous.
I don't even know what that is.
It looks fucking hilarious, and I'm gonna be playing it this year too because I got gifted
What
it
the
for.
fuck is this?
Christmas.
What is this? Yeah, I'm already into it. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. What is happening?
It's
Called?
it reminds me of yeah, it's got like Monty Python
I
based
get
humor.
17
and
weapons from the Vindaloo rocket launcher, the world's smallest black hole, the shark gun, and the topsy-turvy. Yeah, I'm already in.
Shark
I
Gun.
get two
Yeah,
like
it's
shooter-style games. Okay.
That's your theme.
Yeah.
We're making you a theme.
I'm getting fucking themed on. I tried to get. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
all right. Trell,
Oh man, grass cutter. He's gonna give me.
grass cutter.
Is it? I knew it. I knew it. I freaking knew it.
Yep.
I even messaged Kirby.
I mean, you said it's a great game.
I even
You
messaged
said it's a
Kirby. I was
great
like, he's
game.
gonna give me grass cutter. Watch.
I'm giving you grass cutter.
I'll take it. That sounds great.
You're,
Oh,
no
my
I
veto,
mean, I have to take it, but I'll take it.
right?
Oh man, very good.
That's gonna be great. Oh yes.
I deserve that.
So we switched places. You were nice, and I was Trell.
Yeah. You were the trail. See, and Brambles is saying that I can't be nice. I was nice, and now I'm getting trailed on. Look at this.
Well, so now it's even. It's even now, right? Well, I guess not, because you gave me puss. Okay, I'm happy with what I've given you.
Sticking with it.
I had something as a backup, but like since you accepted the no veto, then yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
Kirby, you know what the
I
backup
do. I
was.
do. All right then.
So I have something for next year.
All right, Wombat. Because I felt so bad for you for getting Grass Cutter this year, I'm like, he needs a game that's more chill and calming and something that won't strain his wrists. And so you're gonna get. I doubt you'll veto it, but you can. I linked it in chat. It's Spiritfarer. It's a very relaxing game about. I don't think you've played it from me looking at your backlog or own it. So about essentially you are going to. It's very emotional. Guide spirits to the
Oh,
afterlife. It's a very
yeah.
peaceful, fun game.
I think this is on my wish
Good.
list.
I haven't. It might be. I didn't even check that. So
I've
so
seen
you get.
I've seen this game referenced quite a bit. It looks like it's pretty
It
chill.
is.
good
I think
game.
you'll appreciate talking to all the characters and learning about their story and whatnot. So, Trell.
Uh-oh.
Trell. No, you're gonna get a good game. You're gonna like it because you like.
Bro.
I'm not gonna try and say it's like Undertale, but you can definitely see some of the inspirations because you liked Undertale, because you like humor, and because
God.
you like good music and bosses, as we learned from Fury, and a little bit of Guitar Hero. You're gonna get Everhood.
Everhood.
I linked it in chat as
Everhood.
well. As one of my favorite soundtracks of this last year, or not last, 2 years ago, actually, I lied. But it's a crazy game, and I think you're really going to appreciate what it is.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I have this game.
It's
You have it?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, now to go to the backup.
Yeah. Get wrecked, son. Your theme is not to be prepared. You don't know what's
Mother
going on in 2023. You
fucker.
don't know what I have.
That's all right. We talked
was like-
about it earlier. Go ahead.
I was about to say, the title sounded familiar. I was like, I don't know when I bought this, but damn, yeah, it does look
This
fucking
bitch.
dope.
Well, now you know what you get? You get Catherine.
No. Can I actually stream that one, or is it like too bad?
I'll
Hold
double
on,
check. I looked earlier. I don't remember seeing it on the bad list because there's no nudity. I'll say that much.
It has the user-defined
oh
tag,
that one.
nudity.
Yeah.
There's no nudity.
I
You
think-
can stream Catherine.
If anything, I'll stream it in Discord. If anything,
Deal.
It says partial. It says partial.
let's see, Catherine.
So that's just because I think of the underworld.
Catherine full body. No, wait, this is Catherine Classic or
It is okay. Yeah, okay. It's streamable. Confirmed by Bestro and me looking at Twitch's ban list and it not being on there.
okay, perfect. Thank you guys. I
All right.
appreciate that.
There we go. All right, Catherine it is.
Catherine. All right,
Can't believe
yeah,
You own Everhood, asshole. It's a very good game. You should play it.
dude. Catherine, I've heard talked about many times. That
Oh,
one's
it's
come up throughout the
super
years.
good.
I think it's shown up on like notorious lists, on great lists, all over the place. So I'm excited that you gave me that.
Yeah, you
Awesome.
need that.
All right, cool. Need some of
Alright.
that in my life. Grass Cutter and Catherine. The Seas. That's my theme. Is the Seas.
The
I
C game.
I thought Catherine.
Yeah, you got to play the Cuphead DLC.
Wasn't there a cave Catherine game?
Wait, what was your question?
No, I was saying
Oh,
you could also play the Cuphead DLC. There's a sea theme there.
Oh.
Too. Wait, were you talking about K Catherine?
I thought Catherine was originally spelt with K. So
There's two Catherines in that game. One starts with a C and one starts with a K.
oh, maybe that's what I'm getting confused.
So you
with.
may be thinking of the other Catherine. You'll see when you play it. I won't say more. And actually, though, it's not in this Switch exclusive. There's like a expanded version of Catherine with another Catherine spelled with a Q. It doesn't make any sense, but they had to fit it in somehow.
Okay.
But nonetheless, all right, Catherine. Then, since you fucking owned Everhood, rude.
Get
You
wrecked.
hide your games. How was I supposed to know?
Can't be peeping. Can't be peeping.
Can't peep in there. All right, there we go then.
I got to get out of this because I was like looking at
GG.
Catherine, but that video is starting to show me like puzzles, and I'm gonna know all the puzzle
You
secrets.
know all the puzzle solutions. Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So then,
So, go
what
ahead.
was your guys' Secret Santa games?
Oh, I got Night in the Woods.
Night in the Woods.
Oh, that's good.
It's on your wish list, Charles, so I know you know what it
That
is.
doesn't mean anything. I guarantee you that doesn't mean anything. He sees it and he says wish list and he forgets about it.
Yep, pretty much. Oh, I think. Oh yeah. No, I do remember this one briefly. Okay,
Yeah.
this one looks cute.
Yeah, it looks
Oh
cool.
man, actually, this was one that I was looking at for you as a potential. It was like maybe the fourth on the list as possible games to give you for this challenge, but I didn't see that. I didn't.
Out of curiosity, what were some of the other
I didn't
ones?
check it
Or
against.
is that kind of
No, I
secret?
can't get no spoils.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't go with this one though because I didn't even check against the Secret Santa list. Oh shit.
Yeah. What did you get, Charles?
I got. Oh my god. Choo Choo Charles.
Oh, right.
Let's
Choo Choo
go.
Charles.
So,
Yeah.
oh, that one's gonna be fantastic. I hate big gnarly spiders, so this one's gonna be. I have to wait till my voice probably gets prepared so I can just wreck it again. But it's gonna be great.
And Kirby, you got
Islets.
Islet, right?
Yeah, which is very. I love the art style, Metroidvania game. So I'm very excited
cool.
for that.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
So yeah, we got a lot to play. Islet.
Islets, yeah,
As in,
on.
like small island.
Oh, okay,
Islet.
gotcha.
So yeah. Yeah, I pretty good year all around, and a pretty good year coming up, I think. So I appreciate everybody being here, both Kirby and Trell, and then everybody
Yeah.
who came to the stream. Met a lot of cool people this year, like Low Mighty. You were just streaming Outer Wilds one day, and it turns out we have a mutual connection with Trell. That's pretty funny.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, he's a Nebraska streamer as well, so
Nice.
it's pretty cool. But like, yeah, ultimately, I think this year was just one for the books. Like a lot of really good games, a lot of really good moments, a lot of huge victories. I cannot believe that I beat Grasscutter. It was not as hard as Pantheon 5 and Hollow Knight, but it was damn close.
And that's not encouraging.
My shoulder still hurts from it.
God, do you ever plan on going back to take a look at Puss when your wrists are better, or is it just not enticing at all, the gameplay?
I'm not really enticed, no. But I also don't want to re-injure myself.
No, that's completely
know?
fair. I definitely don't do that.
It's because you have to hold down on the button for long periods of time to like move around, and it's tough.
Right, yeah.
It's putting that pressure on. So, any final thoughts before we end stream for today?
I don't think I sent both you guys your games, so hopefully you see it soon. But anyway,
I saw
very
it.
good.
Yeah.
Just good health all around, man. That's what I
that's
want.
true.
Yeah, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
20, I would say like the 20s have been absolutely rough for the world and for myself. Like, so I'm just hoping 2023 maybe just like get out of
It was
the
nice.
friggin'
Yeah.
slog that the 20s have been, and 2022 is not an exception. It was rough for me, so I'm hoping 2023 good health and you know, just positive vibes out there for everybody.
Good call.
Accept this gift of Catherine. I don't know about this.
Yeah, you want it. You want it. I'm
I want
excited to
it.
see what you choose. I'm excited to see how good you are at puzzling in this fast-paced puzzle environment.
I want the slight booba too.
Yeah, you got to get that. I mean,
Well, cool.
Well, thanks guys for joining me and
course.
for another awesome year. And yeah, we're gonna see how things go. And maybe we'll even do a podcast before next
Wow,
year.
that's ambitious.
Like we once Trell's done Elden Ring, we're definitely
Oh,
gonna have
yeah.
to come back to do Elden
Yep.
Ring.
So in like 2024,
because right, yeah, because that's such a big game. But yeah, we'll be back for that for sure. And thanks for joining us, everyone. Yep, Kayla missed most of the stream, but there's always the VOD. But thanks for being here. One final thought: more Rogue Scholars.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure. We used to do this regularly, and it's kind of a nice thing to do every once in a while. But with our lives being so busy, you know, it kind of went by the wayside. But we're glad to do it when we can, and we're glad that you're here to have us. So thanks again. Have a good night, and be safe out there. Enjoy the new year, but not too much.
Happy New Year, guys.
Just a little bit. Yep. Happy New Year, everyone.
All right. Bye, everyone.